Hi, I'm Tim Draper with Draper Associates and the Draper Venture Network, and I'd like to congratulate all of you on your pitch day. SMBA is really changing the whole nature of how Korea looks at startups. Very excited about all the great things that you're doing in Korea. I know that Korea is technologically as advanced as any country in the world, and the startups must be just amazing. I'm sorry I'm not there with you, but I am an investor in Draper Athena, Perry Ha and Henry Chang's business, and they are going to be potentially investing in you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what kinds of great businesses you guys can come up with, and girls. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm not there, but have a great pitch, and pitch so they can catch it. Kamsahamnida.
Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for attending the first Korean Startup Summit Silicon Valley 2016. My name is Haley Yu. I'm a corporate attorney at Wilson Sonsini in Palo Alto. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome all of you to today's event, which is hosted by SMBA, Small and Medium Business Administration, organized by KOTRA, KVIC, Korea Venture Investment Corporation, KVCA, Korea Venture Capital Association, and KISED, Korea Institute of Startup and Entrepreneurship Development. Today's program will begin with opening remarks, followed by 15 presentations, and will end with a fun networking party. So skip the Warriors game. Each startup will receive live feedback from the 6 panelists. As all of the startups that are here today have either raised a seed round or a Series A round, we're looking for seeking realistic investment opportunities and realistic partnership instead of your typical pitch competition. Before starting our presentations, I would like to introduce to you our distinguished guests from Korea, Mr. Young Suk Ju, SME Minister of SMBA.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Young Suk Ju, SME Minister of Korean government, responsible for small and medium, the business administration of Korea, which is to develop and support the 3.5 Korean SMEs, including startups. Actually, our Korean delegation is right now is suffering from heavy jet lag, and this is almost the couldn't sleep, and so my tongue becomes very stuck. So anyway, I would appreciate your understanding. I'm very pleased and privileged to host this pitching event. To introduce the promising Korean startups to you in the Silicon Valley, which is the world best hub of the startup and venture investment. I'd like to extend to all of you, distinguished guests, my sincere gratitude for your valuable participation in this special event today. The Korean government has been driving the creative economy as a core economic development initiative for the past 3 years. The Korean Creative Economy Initiative is to create new high-quality jobs by creating new growth engines and value-added through convergence of industry by industry or the industry by culture, using science and technology, including the specialized ICT. As a result, it has made a great contribution to creating one of the most active and the promising startup ecosystems in the world. To be more specific, Korea has started to have more and more promising tech startups based upon top-notch technologies well-established startup ecosystem, including venture capitals, angels, and crowdfunding infrastructure, and record high startup and funding investment in history, and the world-class industrial ecosystem. So Korea, as you know, has the very world-class life-size companies, including the Samsung and Hyundai Motors. They will play a very instrumental role in commercializing technologies and innovative products developed by Korean startups. Korea is a perfect place where global investors can find many attractive investment opportunities with a much higher return on investment than ever. Today I'd like to introduce to you 15 prospects out of the many of those Korean promising startups. Their technologies, growth potential, and globalization prospects have been validated by venture capitals and accelerators home and abroad. Their business areas are very diverse, including ICT and cyber security, online to offline, healthcare and medical devices. These 15 startups have already successfully raised $16 million as early stage investment in a very short time. Furthermore, it is very likely that they will be highly benefited from Korean government programs to startups in terms of their matched public grants for research and development, marketing, financing, and so on. I trust they deserve a very attractive high return on investment. As I stated, there are many startups which possess the cutting edge technologies and innovative big potential products in Korea. So the renowned US and the Chinese venture capitals, including DFJ, Shenzhen Capital Group from China, have set up venture funds in Korea to invest in Korean startups. Qualcomm also has just formed a new investment fund with Korean venture capitals lessons. In addition, there are many global investors, including Google, Techco from China, and Brightstar from UK, have built or plan to build incubating spaces and programs in Korea for early stage investment in Korea. I hope that you will have an opportunity to visit Korea within a very short, in the near future, to see dynamic and robust startup ecosystem, as well as the many promising startups. The Korean government will provide you with the best support to collaborate with the Korean startups and venture capitals. I hope that this special investor relation event can help you to experience high growth potentials of Korean startups and find terrific investment opportunities. Also, I hope you to kindly share your advices and shares, especially from today's panelists, with these ambitious entrepreneurs from Korea. Once again, heartily thank you for your precious time with us today. I wish you good luck and blessings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ju. The panelists that we have today are business leaders and venture capitalists in the Bay Area. Eric Wu, the principal of Top Tier Capital Partners. Steve Clinton, corporate attorney in WCSR. Dean Severa, vice president of SAP Portfolio and Innovation. Thomas Toy, Managing Director of Startup Capital Ventures. Jeff Chu, partner of WI Harper Group. Momen Yuen, Managing Director of NewGen Capital. Sorry if I butchered any names, but please welcome our panelists. Now, let's hear the presentations. Each company has 3 minutes to showcase the business and about 2 minutes to receive feedback from the panelists. We'll follow the order laid out in the brochures provided to you. We'll start off with apps and software platform companies. The first company to come up is Alive, and they'll present a mobile video editing platform with cloud rendering technology.
Hi everyone, I'm Johnny, co-founder and CEO at Alive. We created a mobile video editing application or Hollywood movie studio in Nepal. Videos, they are the most powerful tool to express your feelings and emotions. Let me show you how Alive can make your video clips fun, amazing, and beautiful. You can film or import photos and videos from your camera roll up to 30 seconds in length. Our video filter effects applies branding filters such as light tricks, light overlays, and lens flares to create cinematic looks for your videos. We provide animation effects based on emotions, and if you choose one, and you can specify the starting point of the effect, and you can set the end point on the dual screen. You can set the scale and location, and you're done. With just simple touches on your screen, you can add an amazing effect to your videos. As we're dealing with movement, not static images, we provide animated effects that can track the movement. Calligraphy's text can be inserted in the same way. Type or select the text, choose the font and color, and then edit your videos. Sound is overlaid using the music effect, increasing the viewer's emotional involvement with the videos. After editing the whole videos, and users can upload their video content and information to our cloud rendering server, and then we render the video content with a high quality, and then people can download it and share the video content with other social networks. We have hit 2 million downloads to date and 300K monthly active users. 20% growth rate month to month. Especially, 65% of our users are US teenagers and young teenagers from 8 to 16 years old. Alive has been featured globally across 150 in the Apple App Store, in the best new apps, and make great videos categories. In 2016, our main goal is to be ranked in top 10 video editors in the world. From that, we have a plan to provide a premium content model as in-app purchase. There are 40 million video artists in the world, and in the online market for video effects exceeds $3 billion US. We will create a mobile video editing content market where video effects are sold and bought as in-app purchase, including 3D and AR video content. We are a strong team of 3 co-founders, PhD in artificial intelligence and full-stack engineers, and the best UX designers. Every day, we discover thousands of new users, and through their video content, we learn how creative and how fun they are. We believe Alive is the perfect tool to express your feelings and emotions. Thank you all for your time today.
Thank you. I thought that was really an excellent presentation. You have a very limited amount of time to present, and you got a lot of information that you put out there, so that was really good. I thought your slide about the management team was particularly good. I guess the question I would ask is about IP and what IP exists and kind of related to that unfair, competitive, sustainable advantages.
We have expertise in cloud rendering technologies. The differentiation between compared to the other simple application, we provide the cloud rendering tech. So we have expertise in these areas. The synchronization, communication, and correspondence between mobile devices and cloud rendering server. And we have 5 patents now, and the 3 patents are registered in the US, and 1 PST, and 1 PCT, and 2 patents are registered in Korea.
Yeah, it was a very nice job. I thought your presentation had good pace, good graphics. You know, we want to listen to you, not read things, so that's great. I was going to ask about, you said you already have penetrated the United States, 65% of your users are in the US. How are you doing, how did you get started in the US? Was it word of mouth? Did you go through a partner?
Well, firstly, we are focusing on the basic, the technical method, which means that we are focusing on the SEO and app source optimization with the keyword, and then we are doing on marketing with the content. So we have been doing this at the GoPro strategy. We are making some great content and then share the great content on our platform. And then when people watch the videos or great content on our service, and then they imitate or...
Sorry, I have to be harsh today. We have warned you about this.
Yeah. Anyway, content marketing and influence marketing is really important for the video stuff.
Thank you, Eli. Okay, we'll move on. Does everyone here know about OTO? What does OTO stand for? Let's learn more about OTO Mobile Commerce Platform from Business Insight.
Hello, my name is Min Kim. I'm here to introduce our OTO Commerce Platform, PickyPicker. First, the key leaders of PickyPicker are all from Korea's biggest retail players, such as Samsung and Hyundai, with many years of experience in the retail and fashion and consumer goods industries. Okay, we all know when it comes to shopping, people are picky. The problem is that people are picky even when they like the product very much. The biggest reasons could be for online shopping, the actual quality of the product. But for offline shopping, the price matters mostly. To solve these issues, we came up with the OTO Price. With PickyPicker, you can find the nearest store that has the product to feel and touch it before you buy it. For offline shopping, if you're not sure, you can save the product on your wish list and just simply wait for the discount promotion to pop on your mobile. Now let's see how it works in real life. First, from online to offline. Let's say I'm casually looking to PickyPicker's new products on the subway and found this cool jacket that I like, but I want to try it on before I buy it. So I put in my size and hit search, and a list of stores with the item in stock. So I check the nearest store and visited there. I found the jacket I was looking for, and I didn't have to hassle at all to find my size. In contrast, from offline to online. This time I'm window shopping at a different store, and I found this dress I liked. But I'm not so sure about the price, right? So I just saved the product on my mobile, and next week, I gotta push around the steps. I'm getting a 30% discount to make me buy the product right away. The services shown in the video were made possible by our agency solution, Data Hub. This is our own technology which is uncopyable by others. In short, if the fashion brands and retailers just open their API or their ERP systems, whichever it is, like SAP or Oracle or even the in-house ones, fetch the product, the price, and stock data, and let them onto our data hub and provide those information to our customers real time. This technology enabled us to possess these competitive edges, and most importantly, we can provide the real-time auto services from offline to online and also online to offline. This is a comparison between Pikipicker and other auto service providers, global and local, which shows that only Pikipicker can provide the real auto services to the customers. Our business model is to take 10% commission on each transaction. For example, in Korea, we present $400 million of...
Thank you so much. We'll move on to the feedback.
Thank you.
Hello? Okay, great. Well, again, I thought a very good job in a limited amount of time. And so just a couple questions. One is, how many downloads today?
Right now, our app is not on market yet. We're expecting to pre-open our app service in October this year.
Okay. And then as far as, and you only have 3 minutes, right? But as far as the competition, because I've seen a couple of other, companies like this, and again, you had a little bit about that, but if you were to say one thing that sort of you're doing that would absolutely differentiate yourself from what some other companies are doing.
So to compare to others, you can think about other big retailers and platform owners and brands owners and other retailers such as department store owners. We have the attributes as because we can provide a brand. We can integrate the products of all the brands, and also we can provide all the products of each brand. This is the two things that not all the platform owners or the brand owners or the retailers don't have. And also, we can provide the auto services from offline to online and online to offline. These are the things that we could not find from globally to have those edges.
So first of all, I think it's a great name. It's somehow Korean startups have a wonderful ability to pick very memorable names. So it's very simple, very easy. So I like the name. So it's great for branding. So to follow up on that question, so how do you, with an app like this, how do you promote loyalty? How do you make it sticky? What are some of the features or strategies that you're using around that?
Marketing-wise, we're trying to focus on releasing our app by providing department store brands first, to give people who are into department store brands, and then because they are already fans of those brands, they can easily get into our app by having the ability to know the stock information and also getting promotion and price of those brands.
Thank you so much, Business Insight.
Thank you for listening.
Augmented reality and virtual reality may be one of the hottest sectors in the Bay Area right now. Double Me is here to demonstrate 3D volumetric scanning technology.
My name is Michael. I'm with Double Me. What we do is take real people and put it in virtual reality. How do we do this? Very simple. We walk into our Holly Portal studio. We have cameras hanging on the walls, and you will take those pictures and we will mash it into dynamic 3D models. What's the purpose of this? This is how we get real people into VR. This is a real person in virtual reality. Also, developers can take augmented reality, real time, with our models. In the future, you're going to be able to work on ballet lessons with lifelike models using like MS HoloLens or Oculus. Why? Virtual reality is going mainstream, but the biggest problem is content is holding it back. It is a big issue. Right now with Oculus, since they've come out, there's about 2,000 AR, VR content in 3.5 years. Only 90% of that is demo, 10% is commercial. One of the issues we're solving is the extreme expense and complexity. $200K, 3 to 6 months work for one animated character. We like photos, we like videos. Anyone can make and share those. AR, VR content, that's our mission, is to make that available. one. Right now, our solution is the hollow portals. We have created studios that will allow you to go in there for free 10 minutes to premium. We also, with our application, we're the only reusable third-party solution. Right now, we can go across all platforms. Right now, with our 3D Unity plugin, we have over 300 licensed content partners and growing. They are putting real people in AR and VR content. Right now, one of the big partnerships we have going on is with the London Fashion Show in September. We're going to be co-hosting and doing a holographic AR fashion show. Also, we're going to be opening up our first studio in London to support that effort. Who we are. Right now, we're a team of 8. We come from Pricewaterhouse, Microsoft, Oculus, and growing. Right now, we've secured about $1.7 million in seeding grants. We're looking to raise that Series A of $13 million to take us to the next level. If you're interested, let's talk.
I love this stuff. When I was at Bingham, we did the Oculus deal.
Okay.
And so I think that there's just so much that you can do with, it's just at the very beginning phase. And so when I see what you're doing, I think of two things is I've never seen anybody else doing it. And then the second thing is what's the market size? What's the opportunity size for what you're doing?
I mean, the market, we got other decks for BI, it is huge. I mean, especially over the next 15 years. I mean, we put it at 400 billion in some shape or form with all the different abilities to do different education, entertainment, all the, especially in the entertainment industry and the games industry, is really the first vertical that we're trying to tackle. But the fashion show just came up, and we didn't even think of that. And all of a sudden, somebody came out and said, wow, look at that. That's going to get us into the fashion industry, clothing industry, be able to market and show your clothes wear in a VR, augmented reality setting. So we have a lot of numbers, but it's pretty big. Like I said, we're going to try to do YouTube, and Salesforce, that type of platform, so people can go out there and really develop and share augmented reality and virtual reality models.
Very interesting. How long does that process take to make that model? Because I see you have a free, that's roughly 10 minutes, but the paid one takes more time.
Well, the paid one is more for the really top producers, the independent studios, the gaming studios, movie studios, So we're going to give them more time to do that. I mean, the MASH can take, I've seen it like in less than a minute, It depends on the bandwidth, of GPUs, and servers, the amount of cameras. I mean, we've got portals that are only 4 cameras, thinking like photo booths, to the big enterprise studio that would be out like here where you might have 16 to 18 cameras. So it all depends on that.
Thank you so much. Michael? This next startup had 1 million downloads within the first 5 months of launching its app. I've actually used it before too. Let's watch Slab present their mobile video editing application.
Thank you for intro. Now is a 5 million download. Alright, I'm Michael Jones, CEO of Slab. Alright, we are, encourage us a lot, by the social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, every day to upload our video. But it's not that easy, to create, and edit our, attractive video in small size and display of our mobile phone. That's why, with our team started to develop RollyCam, which is a real-time video editing app. Take a look at our showcase video. This is a showcase video working together with Disney to provide their promotion of the package of Zootopia. It's 2 months ago. So imagine taking a selfie video, with your favorite movie star on your couch, by using Wallcam. So Wallcam is kind of a very innovative, the concept of product. Is introduced, the very new, the first concept in the market a year ago, such as face tracking stickers and, real-time image processing. It's called the Photoshop on your face, even on video, is looking more handsome and prettier. And the hybrid form is called cinematograph. So we are very far from this video market. And we have grown very organically, only by using word of mouth during the year. And now it's a 5 million download. Half of net downloads are very active, retention is very high. So we are very impressed with our traction as well. And people spend 6 minutes a day to create 2.5 million content, including the full web video every day. And we are featured by South by Southwest in 2016 as one of our most innovative startup in the video space. And also the Facebook selected us as one of their 6 video profile partners on FA. So you can see the pictures in here. So no need to say the markets are going to video, right? So you see a lot of videos are viewed on Snapchat. It's like 8 billion every day. It's a lot. And there's going to be a lot of business model in this video market. And our team is already creating some revenue to provide branded and geo stickers for our brands and the consumer product already. And we think we just validated our concept. It's just a start. So our team is will localize our branded content for here in the USA market, and then putting some more the feedback loop feature to grow the more faster.
Thank you, Sears Lab.
All right, this is my and thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a couple of comments. One more time, you guys are very well practiced and it's really showing well, so thank you for that. One thing that I think might really demonstrate the excitement about your product in terms of market reception would be a metrics slide that shows kind of a day by day, week by week mounting of how things are going. That probably would really be an easy way to convey that.
Thank you so much.
Maybe I'll ask the other one. And that's IP and what's differentiable for the long term?
We have registered over 20 patents in here. But I can say it's really hard to protect the ideas and technology in this fast-moving video industry. So only thing that we can do, we are making our best effort to make some gap 6 months from a big guys like a Snapchat and Facebook. They are all trying to imitate our concept. So some more exciting concepts will be coming next week, like music stickers and some cloud album. So we will show our ability to make a change and innovation in the market. Keep going. That's it. Yeah.
How are you guys thinking about monetization other than stickers, and also where your apps download? Where are the downloads coming from?
Mostly, currently 70% of from Asia, but we just move our headquarters to here. So we are looking for them as the growth hacker right now to grow very smartly in here. And also talking with some the content providers like from movie animation studios and some sports team to bring very exciting sports jacket to our users in here. So yeah, we are still growing, and yeah, so expanding the market in Western country as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sears Lab. Next up, we have Studio Seed, presenting code-free prototyping tool for developing mobile applications.
Hi, I'm Tony, the CEO of Studio Seed. I'm a schooler. I used to work at Google as a designer. Today, I'd like to talk about design, especially how designers work on mobile apps. Designers still use Photoshop, which is a very old-fashioned tool optimized for two-dimensional graphic works. Yeah, designers design mobile app screen by screen, then they describe interactions like this. It sounds funny, huh? But it happens frequently. Even at Google, up to $1 billion are lost every year due to inefficient communication between designers and engineers. Designers need a brand new way to explain their interactive design idea precisely and efficiently. So, we are making a designer's tool named Prototype. Let's watch a short video. Instead of writing code, you can compose interactions by combining interaction pieces together. Then, you can tweak the details with numbers. Finally, you can test your design with smartphone. Yeah, looks cool, huh? Moreover, Prototype can utilize all sensors within smart devices. Today, Apple highlighted various usage of 3D touch at WWDC. Yeah, Prototype is the only prototyping tool supporting 3D touch in the world. In short, with Prototype, you don't need to write a code, and you can utilize all sensors to test your design on the real devices. Of course, we have some competitors in the market. Yeah, here are the top 3. Their packages either are code-based or require programming skill. Prototype is super powerful and very easy to learn. Last year, we held an educational workshop with design students. Within just 2 hours, they could build interactive prototype with Prototype. And we ran close beta test program with Alibaba's design team and got great reaction from them. Now, we are going to release open beta test version next week, and we keep improving Prototype with exclusive partners here. Last but not least, we are very keen. We have tons of professional experience at Google, Naver, and Samsung. Startups are the gold rush of the 21st century, and designer tools are like the blue jeans for startups. We need good relationship with VCs and incubators to help startups. Thank you.
Very nice. I really enjoyed the graphics in the demo. How about the monetization model, the business model? How will you make money?
Yeah, but we are still thinking, but basically we can follow the traditional software license. Also, we can consider the subscription-based license fee. For example, after first purchasing, and you can get some upgrade fee every year.
Thanks, I love your enthusiasm, that's great. So two detailed questions. How do you, in the developer tools community, there's a lot of headache around version control and handling heavy assets like graphics and video. So how do you do that in a very easy way?
Yeah, basically we start from the client-based service, but later then we're gonna serve the cloud-based service. It can help collaboration between designers and designers, also designers and engineers as well.
Call to action. What is it that you're trying to do? You're raising money now. I know you said you wanted to reach out to the community. But
Yeah. The common purpose of the VC and incubators are help startup to grow, right? So we wanna be one of the partner of them. So we can offer our software to help startups here.
Thank you, Studio C. Thank you. First, we'll now present to you a wearable device that helps with hearing impairment.
I'm Sala from UFirst. Google Neckband gives the environmental awareness to you. So what is a current hearing device? Is a hearing aid and surgery. So for the 25% of people is actually can benefit from conventional hearing aid, but the current market is unsatisfied and under-deserved. So 75% of people can enjoy can't enjoy what they're not using it because of limitation. It's too expensive and inconvenience too. But 75% is quite a huge amount of people who is suffering from the hearing issue. But current product is actually not working for them. That means they don't have the product and they're not happy, but they're looking for the solution. If you're in the 25%, you could spend up to 1,000. It's gonna up to for the 100,000, including for the surgery. It's risky and inconvenience, also expensive. But Lugano neckband is only for the $140, which is we are giving for the environmental awareness, and also they can enjoy for the big enhancement of their life. Our product is giving for the all through the vibration. If the sound coming from the left, they're giving for the vibration left. If the sound is right, they're giving vibration for the right. So front and back will be vibrating for the both sides. So let's imagine that you can't hear it right now. You can't hear the like a telephone or there's someone calling. Even bus is coming, we will never notice. It's quite extremely important that we are giving for the environmental awareness. So our product is comfortable and affordable price, and we have a simple design too. As you can see from the market, the prevalence of the diabetes and the aging over 65 are getting growing up. That means the market also growing too. So compared to other two products, our neckband is a low price and high usability. But we are trying to making as a new market as a supplement of the hearing aid. This is our team. Our CEO and CTO has a background for the telecommunicating and the IT over like 10 years. And our device is also made for our CEO's mother who is having hearing loss. So we are here for looking for the investment over 300,000. And then our product is actually mixed up with our customers' need exactly. And then we are holding for the patent and then for our own technology too. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Very interesting. And I think you're right. I think the market's going to be big. Two things. One is that 75% number of people dissatisfied. That seems like a very high number. And so, is that based on studies or?
We actually try to find the numbers. It's like 75 is actually including who is not satisfied or who is not having hearing aid or who can't even afford to buy it also. So it's including all the numbers. Yeah.
And then the other thing that was interesting, because again, only 30 minutes and you do a really good job, is it goes around the neck, right? Okay, and then so is it a supplement or to the normal hearing, or is it totally independent of the hearing aid?
It's not hearing aid yet, but we're thinking to put the earphone together can work with the hearing aid. What
Right.
is right now is just as a supplement of the hearing aid.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much first. Let's now move on to the next innovative hardware company session. Julian of JD Sound will open up this session with an attractive item for music fans and musicologists.
Hello everyone, my name is Julian, and I represent JD Sound, the inventor and the manufacturer of this beautiful machine called Go DJ. The ultimate party machine on the go. Well, I can go on forever about the full feature for every level of DJs ready for in the machine, even for non-DJs. but let's just skip that because one thing I really want to tell you is all these features are based on our own technology, from the DSP chip used in the machine to the operating system and everything, FX, samplers, it's all our own design and code, 100% our own IP. Oh yeah, these guys. They're weird. Yeah, they're the founders. And Go DJ, so far we've sold over 10,000 units in more than 20 countries. Yeah. In the world, I think there's something wrong with the computer. Sorry. You really should not do that. Because there's a timer set for each animation. Sorry. Like, oh, that's way too far. I was gonna do the. Oh. Okay, I know this content anyway, so I'll just tell you. Okay. So far, we've sold more than 10,000 units in 20 plus countries. But the numbers in the US is not really good because I think we made a wrong strategy working with a big distributor instead of organic marketing strategy, which we are doing now with Indiegogo. Oh yeah, here they are. Yeah, we've done a lot of things, and along the way, we met a lot of great customers, and we got priceless feedback from priceless customers. And to their request, we built this Big Brother. And this thing has pretty much everything we learned from our own customers. And once their feedback is realized, the percussion was amazing. In Japan, the crowdfunding platform called Makurake is like the largest one in Japan. We set the new record of $500,000+. And where we should go from here? Of course, obviously, the United States. The music product market is 3 times bigger than Japan, and we are already working with some major music streaming services. I cannot really give you the name, but yes, this is one of the major ones. And we're working closely with Indiegogo for our next campaign, and we will launch another crowdfunding campaign in Jingdong.com, China. But as I told you earlier, we had a very rough history in the American market, and we're doing it again because this is where we are. I mean, you can see all the potential use of DJ machine in American household. You guys have a long road trip, you guys have backyard grill parties every weekend. So the scenario is forever. So we'd like to introduce formally again with our new product to the United States market. And to do so, we are also looking at the education market too. So we're currently working with one of the nation's major charter school networks. So that's about it. I'm sorry about the slideshows, but here we go again, America. Thank you.
Nice show. So it happens, and good powering through. Quick question: the smaller form factor. It seems like your next product is going to be a bigger one, right? So, did you have the product market feedback when you made that smaller device? And what was the need to create a small device? And now, obviously, the market seems to be wanting a larger device. Can you kind of walk us through that?
That's a good point. We actually started up to make something on the go. You can sketch your mix, you can create your mix on the go. You can do it in the subway or you can do it in the bus. But it doesn't have speakers built in. So you cannot really party just with it. You have to plug it into some sort of system. That was number one demand from our customers. Can we have speakers? And they also asked for wireless, which is built in for the next version. Because when we were developing the old version, wireless was not really stable enough. And still, I believe a lot of DJs are quite skeptical about using wireless due to the latency issues and everything, but we believe that it will work. So the next one comes with all these different features.
Do you worry that this type of market is only for the enthusiasts and hobbyists who want to be DJs, and how do you make it accessible to larger audiences?
right? Someone told me 1/3 of American men have some kind of DJ experience. Is it true? Some level of DJ experience. So either we debunk all these fake DJs, or we sell them not. That's our bet.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Next, let's check out Noise Blocking Ear Set by Ripple Buds.
Hello, I'm Cyrus Kim and I'm Ripple Buds. Today, I would like to introduce a new kind of earbud called Ripple Buds. Have you ever difficulty communicating with others while you are using a mobile phone in a noisy environment? Definitely some have this kind of experience. We have solved this problem putting the microphone in the ear, inside the ear set. Let's see the demo video first. Without Ripple Buds, it is impossible to communicate on the phone in a noisy environment. But with the Ripple Buds, it is possible, as you can see here. When people speak, the voice coming through the ear, in addition to mouth and nose. So we put the microphone in the ear, inside the ear set. There's no microphone outside. In case of general ear set, they have a microphone outside, but we don't have it. So we can block the outside noise perfectly, and by catching the voice directly from the ear, our Ripple Buds can deliver only clear voice to the others on the phone, while we are using a mobile phone in a noisy environment. So the other side on the phone can hear my voice only, without the noise. This is our first model, mono and stereo. By using our core technology, we are also developing very different kind of ear set. Our Ripple Buds can be used in very different kind of situation, but military forces need our product very strongly because they are usually working in a noisy environment. There is two kind of market. One is the earphone market, the other is ear set market. We want to focus on ear set market only because the performance of and production costs are better than any other player in this field. Our business model B2C, B2B, B2G, but this year we want to focus on B2C model. And through crowdfunding and major distributor, we get into this B2C market. Only on Kickstarter, we raised over 50 times of the original goal. And on Indiegogo, within next week, we can be over $1 million. This is our management team. Most of our management team have over 20 years experience in the related field. The real purpose of Ripple Buds is to change the paradigm of ear set by making people communicating easily and conveniently, anytime, anywhere, in any environment. Thank you.
I'm wondering about distribution channels, and I think you're going to go maybe directly to customers now, but can you talk a little bit about distribution channels now and in the
we are right now is through Kickstarter campaign, Indie campaign. We have been finding major distribution partner in USA and in the world. So right now in America, in Japan, and in case of China, we already have found some major distributor for ear set market. They already have market in their country, Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon. They already have ear set customers. So through them, we'll get into that place.
The device looks beautiful. Just a quick the video, and this is kind of weird, but these days you've seen on Kickstarter these beautifully curated videos, and it doesn't cost as much these days. So maybe the video is a high quality video to match the device that you guys are making, and two, just probably thinking about some kind of recurring revenue model if there. It seems like this is just a more of a one-off hardware sell for some kind of recurring revenue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ripple Buds. Stratio is seeking investments for its Series B round. They'll showcase their competitiveness in the imaging market.
Hello everyone, my name is Jay Helmy. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Stratio. Infrared imaging technology has been around more than decades, but it was only limited to large corporations and the military. Stratio is bringing infrared imaging technology to the mass market, and we're first starting with drug identification. We're talking about 100 times lower SWIR technology, so it doesn't mean we're trying to develop the price by doing some tweaking. We're trying to develop a new technology. The good news is we also have a solution to make a final product so that we can deliver to B2B or B2C customer right away. We filed more than 5 patents, and 1 patent are being issued in the US. We're here to find a partner who can bring us the SWIR technology to the mass market really quickly. The visible is the thing that you can see in the rainbow. It's red to blue, but if you see beyond the red light, there's more information. And the size of this wavelength is almost the same as the visible light. That means if you can see that range, there's twice more information. You can collect and detect some things. And the market size of SWIR is already more than 700 million. And the market is growing really fast, even at the price that most of the other companies are offering. A lot of people confuse whether we're talking about the real long-wave power sensor or SWIR short-wave power sensor. These are both great technologies, but I'm here to talk about this SWIR technology, something that can see beyond the surface. For example, Apple is just red with a visible sensor, but with a SWIR sensor, you can see whether this apple is walking or not. Also, in the dusty and hazy days, you can see through the dust and hazy weather, so that the thing can be much more clear at the bad days. I want to show you 2 demo videos in this presentation, even though we only have 2 minutes. So let's start with this one. So if you see with the visible camera of the candlelight, you will see the glow, something like that. So that's nothing, right? But we just want to blow the air to make sure that this is not a ghost and that this is a real image we're capturing from the candlelight. And then we try to cover this up with the silicon wafer, which basically cover all the visible light. But we still see the candlelight. This is not a ghost image. We try to make sure that blowing air and refocus the glow. So it proves that we need a SWIR light. And then I want to skip this video, but this is basically a video that we are working on 120 by 120 resolution to solve this stuff. So let's skip that for now. So with the new sensor technology, we can go everywhere because this is a groundbreaking new technology that can go to the night vision camera, self-driving, health assessment, but we're focusing on the drug motion identification because we see the great opportunity here that we can do right away with the current resolution of the sensor. And this is the video of the drug identification. I want to show it to you today. So we tested about 62 pills. So we have data that means about 62 pills. And I'm going to show a few demos of the pills we're working on. So this is a real wire graph. You put them there. And all the database is stored in the app. And in 2 seconds, it will show that whether this is a real wire graph or not. So it's a real wire graph. And this is a fake wire graph you can buy from online. You just put it up there. You scan it. In 2 seconds, it will tell you it's a counterfeit wire graph.
Thank you, that's really exciting, but we have to cut you off.
So this is a peptide design we're trying to release in part 3. Our sensor is much cheaper because of the new technology. And we're covering all the vertical because this is the only way we can get to the market really fast. And most of us are from Stanford. Thank you.
So one of the challenges of really impressive technology that you have is trying to pick a market that you want to attack. It's very difficult to attack one or all the markets in one area. So what markets do you think are the best ones to attack for your products? And do you need to customize market segment?
So we're still on the development of our 120 by 128 sensor. But with that sensor, if that's concluded, the first market we're thinking about is drug identification or food identification. If you're not sure, like with drug identification, there are customers looking for that. And we're talking to them actively, and we see the first sale will come from that area. If I end up this
I appreciate again that you have very limited time. Distribution channels as it relates to the drug identification market and others. Any thoughts about that?
We're still working on that. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but we're talking to big corporations have the power to distribute it. It's important for us to the market.
Just a quick question, how much is that sensor going to cost over the initial drug?
For the first demo we showed there, it's going to cost around $250. It can vary based on how much quantity you're asking for. So if it goes about 1,000 units, we can go down to 200.
Thank you so much, Stratio. Okay. Moving onward, next session we have medical device and healthcare companies. First up, EOFlow will share their potential on a wearable insulin pump solution.
Hello, my name is Jesse Kim. I'm the founding CEO of EOFlow, a wearable drug delivery solutions company. Our first commercial product will be wearable, disposable insulin patch pump for the diabetes market. Diabetes market is big. There are almost 400 million diabetic people in this world, and about 40 million of them need insulin injection. And because of that, insulin delivery device market itself is also very big, at almost $14 billion a year. But if you look at this big market closely, it's mostly made up of very simple device called insulin pens. They are very simple to use, relatively cheap, but they are not a good tool for managing your blood glucose levels. And there are about 2 million people in this world who use insulin pumps. They are much better at managing your blood glucose levels, but they are very big, cumbersome, and difficult to use. And then there is a relatively new trend of using wearable insulin pumps. Very convenient, hassle-free, and is by far the fastest growing market segment, growing at over 17% a year. But all the solutions being offered today in this market are still bulky, expensive, and they critically lack good management tools to manage your disease. And there comes in our solution, EOPatch. EOPatch is the first solution in this market to adopt open platform, which means that we can talk to third-party sensors, and the sensors can talk to us, so that we can have more efficient and smarter disease management. With that, we dare to say that we are leading the Uberization of the blood glucose management market. We are also thinner, lighter, and lower cost than our competitors, and that's all because of our heavily patented pumping technology called non-gassing electroosmotic pump. There are no moving parts, they are very small, our pumps are very small, but yet very powerful and very low cost. Our business model is very simple. We sell the pumps, and we can expect recurring revenues. For every 10,000 users we sign up, we can expect about $36 million of revenue every year. We are also developing a low-cost version of our current solutions to compete against peptide injectors. And when that happens, we can expect to ship millions of units every week, not even months, for possibly millions of dollars of revenue every year. We are still in development stage, but we expect to be able to submit for the first regulatory approval within the next few months. We are being endorsed by 4 major hospitals in Korea for the future clinical trials. We have raised $5.5 million from top-tier VCs and the government in Korea so far, and we are hoping to raise another $10 million for the next round. Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, I thought you did an excellent job of defining the market and also the problem. So I thought that was very good. And so, at the end of the day, in terms of the competitors out there, I mean, is there anybody else doing what you're doing right now, or something close to it?
Yeah, of course. This is also a fiercely competitive market, and I'm sure somebody else will be. Everybody else is working toward it too. But we'll be the first in the market with a smarter control. We are not the first one with the wearable device concept, of course. There are already players out there, but we are the smarter ones, and we'll be, even after they catch up on that, we'll be the thinnest and the lightest because of the pumping technology that nobody else has.
And so when it comes down to the actual product itself, because you have a number of patents, do you think this is more of a first to market, or your IP is going to?
Well, first to market will be the smart part. The thin and the light will be the ideal part. So combination of the two will be the right answer.
Thank you so much. Given the time constraint, we'll continue without clapping. Next up is the world's first smartwatch that can measure blood pressure, and they're looking for an investment partner.
Hi, my name is Stephen, and I'm co-founder of UNO. I'm here to talk about one of the world's first smartwatch that could actually measure healthcare data that's relevant, clinically relevant to doctors, like blood pressure, ECG, and SpO2 level, unlike Apple or Fitbit that can only measure how much you walk or how much you sweat. So we decided to focus on hypertension, high blood pressure, because it's such a serious problem that won't now, 40% of the world's population is suffering from high blood pressure. 50% of them don't know that they have high blood pressure. 30% of them are suffering, and 1% is dying off of high blood pressure related disease every minute that I'm talking to them. This is serious stuff. And doctors, millions of doctors in the world are saying if we could measure blood pressure continuously, we could save millions of lives. But what's the problem? The real problem is we've all tried blood pressure cuff like this. Cuff around your wrist, pump air, wait for the numbers to come up. It's not continuous way, it's inaccurate, it's very slow. It's because it's based on a technology that hasn't changed for 150 years. And we wanted to come up with a solution that fit in the 21st century. We crafted this beautiful smartwatch that could measure blood pressure clinically 94% accurate, with non-invasive, instantaneous, and continuous manner, without any cuffs. It can measure your vital signs, and this is how it works. So we managed to kind of provide a vital sensors in our device, and once you wear our device, every time your heart beats, we get electric signal coming from the heart showing when your heart's beating. This is called ECG, that's what doctors look at. And every time blood flows through your body, we get another graph called PPG. This is also what hospital graphs have. When we take these data and we combine them and we receive blood pressure, heart rate, SpO2 level, so hence you get everything that doctors would usually look at in hospital right under the smartwatch. So basically you're getting all of this data transferred to your doctor halfway across the world in real time, so you can see exactly how you're doing at any time. So this is a game changer for telemedicine. We have a team of 16, mostly based in Boston and Seoul. Combined, we have over 250 years of experience in making healthcare medical devices from Medtronic, Boston Scientific, and FDA, Johnson & Johnson. In the beginning, we're going to focus on healthcare wearable market. That's already a big market, but at the end of this year, we have just finished our US clinical trials, and we're going to focus on delivering, getting FDA regulatory approvals, which will allow us to tackle remote patient monitoring market. And we're a very fast, quick, agile team. Only 2 years ago, we started off with this very clunky prototype, and now we have a final production-ready market, ready device, and we're trying to get US FDA approval and start selling, hopefully early next year. We're looking for a US funding and partner, mostly people who can help us get more US validation studies and distribution partners. Thank you.
So, what is the process to get FDA approval in the United States? I know it's pretty strict. How long does it take?
Actually, the FDA process is different for all the different devices. For us, we have something called Class 2 510K. It's a non-invasive device that doesn't really harm you. So, to answer it, usually it's 6 to 9 months maximum. So, unless something terribly goes wrong, hopefully it doesn't. So, most of our competitor devices, or devices, cars, especially wearables, they get it within 6 to 9 months.
A really small thing, but I'd be interested in knowing a little bit more about the management team and where the leadership has come from, and what they did in those functions.
Our CEO, Keith, has developed under where the health started and sold it to Boston Scientific about 5 years ago. That was focused on the EEG space, which is on brain space. He has sold to Boston Scientific for $78 million. He's the brains behind it. And we have Dr. Gill, who's a professor at Lucid University, who has come up with technology.
I'll interrupt you for time's sake. Just say, I think that's really credible in terms of what it sounds like, and I suggest you lead with that or put it in the presentation because it's quite meaningful. It sounds incredibly credible.
Thank you so much, Yuino. Lucid Labs is up next to present an innovative hardware, a wearable headset based on eye-brain interface.
As hardware platforms have grown more advanced, the distance between a user and a device is rapidly decreasing. In the PC age, a user and a device is communicated through a series of steps with indirect information. Now in the mobile era, the number of steps needed to control a device has been reduced, and devices are using more direct information to better understand users. When the era of the head-mounted device, such as VR or AR arrives, a user will interact with the device by simply singing and thinking. That is, a user will be able to control a device by just singing and thinking, and a device will be able to understand the user by analyzing users' eye-brain signals. We call this innovative technology the eye-brain interface. Lucid Labs aims to become the world-leading tech startup in the eye-brain interface field. I'm Jae-hyun Nam, Chief Strategy Officer of Lucid Labs. An eye-brain interface system is built from two main technical elements. First, our eye tracking system detects users' pupil position, size, and movement. Detected eye movement signals with head motion compensation algorithm precisely match what is seen on screen. The second main element is the analysis of users' mental status according to the contents using EEG signal. We've developed the top-class signal processing algorithm that analyzes users' intention, attention level, and emotion. Now I'll show how the eye-brain interface works through simple demonstrations. When a user presses the gain for an eye-brain interface, the player aims at a target by singing and shoots the gun by thinking. In the educational application, a device acquires the user's eye-brain data while he's reading the contents to analyze his concentration and vocabulary for the output. The difficulty of developing applications for an eye-brain interface depends on the user and system environment. We plan to develop such applications step by step. Our first application is an assistive communicator for the 6 million paralyzed patients in US, not only to make a cash cow, but also to collect big data on eye and brain signals and improve interface UX. It will allow a patient to communicate with caregivers by just singing and thinking. Furthermore, we aim to develop the eye-brain interface as a key interface of the next generation hardware by utilizing big data and improved UX, as well as developing our core technology. Thank you.
For your later plan for VR and AR, do you plan to make your own headsets and technology, or do you plan to license or partner with other manufacturers?
Actually, we need to develop our reference VR for embedding our eye-brain interface technology. And we aim to develop our interface solution to embed any kinds of VR hardware.
So your target market, is it the hospitals or is it the actual paralyzed families, people?
For the assistive communicator, the target is the family with paralyzed patients. They will use it in home, especially if they can use it in hospital.
That just calls to question the distribution model, but I'll let that go for the moment and ask you about the management team and a little bit more background on the management team, please.
Actually, our management team consists almost engineers, and we are studying in brain engineering field, and this idea has come from our research. So we need to develop the team as the business team or the business team.
Thank you, Lucid Labs. Ever dreamed of a world where you could diagnose cancer real time? Spectroscope may have an answer with real-time, non-invasive skin cancer diagnostics.
Hi, I'm Song. Thank you for having me here today. So today I'll talk about real-time, non-invasive in vivo skin cancer diagnostics. So we have some repulsive images in the first few slides, so please understand that. So let me start with the picture here. One is just a normal wall, and the other one is a skin cancer. Can you recognize the difference? It's not easy, right? So we need to get a biopsy like this. So it takes about 30 minutes for the procedure itself, and it's going to take a week to get the final results. And it's going to cost you up to $1,000, and you're going to end up with a scar. So biopsy is practical for early stage skin cancer diagnostics. And if we don't catch early, there might be serious consequences like this. So 2 out of 3 Australians and 1 of 5 Americans and 1 of 5 Canadians are diagnosed with skin cancer in their lifetime. So you start with self-exam, screening, and then biopsy, and then surgery. So we're not going to replace the biopsy right now, but we're going to play in the screening region. And in the screening region, there are pre-existing skin cancer diagnostic tools, such as dermoscope or confocal microscope. But the accuracy of using these tools is only from 60 to 70%, but our module called Spectroscope has over 90% accuracy. So the science behind our module is called laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy. So we irradiate high-power pulse laser to tissue, and a trace amount of tissue is ablated. Then we collect the light and extract the chemical information in real time. And this is a typical spectrum of skin tissue, and by analyzing the spectrum, the different kinds of skin cancers, SCC and BCC, and normal tissue, can be well separated based on the ex vivo and in vivo clinical tests in Seoul National University Hospital and Asa Medical Center. And we have 7 patents filed so far. So we pondered, what if we use a cosmetic laser as a laser source? So this is a commercial cosmetic laser with regular skincare practice, and you see the bright light coming from the spot hit by laser. So all we need to do is to add our module onto the cosmetic laser, and add our light collecting module to the laser handpiece, and just do the regular skincare practice. Then the skin lesion is non-invasively diagnosed real time. So there are neo-optical-based techniques for skin cancer detection. So we have Melafine, Verisant, and VivoSight. They are all bulky and heavy and very expensive, and they have poor accuracy. So our module is more accurate, cheaper, and portable. So we can sell or lease our hardware, but also we can generate revenue from profit sharing. So for example, doctor can charge like $10 for each skin lesion diagnosis, and they can make additional $120,000 per year if they have 10 patients per day and diagnose 5 skin lesions per patient. So I got my PhD from Stanford, and then I worked for Boston Scientific keeping my balance between tech and business. And we have one of our co-founders, Professor of Dermatology in SME Hospital, and we have an advisory board from Johnson & Johnson and GE Healthcare. And we are collaborating with top medical advisors from Boston University and Texas Surgical Dermatology. And we just got an NDA with one of the largest cosmetic laser company called Luminous, so we're actively collaborating with them. And we're also collaborating with, George Clinical to get Australian patient data. Thank you.
You mentioned this was optical recognition. Is there anything around big data in terms of learning patterns for skin cancer that you guys are doing?
Yeah, so we're doing some of the big data and deep learning about. So we need to collect the data, and we need to construct the database to extract the features that can separate the skin cancers and the normal stuff.
So I wanted to ask you about the regulatory and why you would have to go through clinical trials.
Right.
And then the second part to that, given the cost reduction, have you talked to any insurance companies? You know, obviously here in the US market, reimbursement is a big factor.
So we're going to get the Australian patient data for CE marking and TGA approval for European market and Australian market. Then we'll get the FDA. And in order to get the FDA approval, we need to get some US patient data. And there is a chance that we're going to be ended up with a PMA but we're still looking for a 510K. And what was the second question? Sorry.
Just about insurance.
Oh, okay. Okay. The conventional tools such as Spectroscope is not covered by insurance now. So we're gonna start with self-pay model initially, then we'll get the code for the insurance.
Thank you, Specklets.
Right.
Thank you. Now we're on to our final session for this evening, mobile security. Everspin will share the world's first dynamic security solution for mobile applications.
Hi, I'm Dana from Everspin. Today, you can see open security breaches in mobile banking applications. You know why? The biggest reason is because their security measures are static. If you change your security measures periodically, it will be much more difficult to penetrate. So Everspin can make that happen with dynamic security solution, Everspin. Let me tell you the problem of the existing security solution of other companies. Their security module is already hard-coded inside the application, so it's never changed until updated or distributed again. It has fixed construction. With this condition, if hacker has the time, it's very easy to access. That's why we have a lot of financial crimes, even though we have security solutions. To solve that problem, we developed a dynamic security solution, EverSafe. EverSafe is a server-based security solution. So it's not in the app, it's in the server. So our server generates countless security modules and assigns them to applications to protect every time users run the application. And our security module has an expiration time. So after protecting an application for 10 minutes, a used module is discarded. A new module is going to the app again. With this condition, even though hacker has the time, it's not accessible. Because EverSafe keeps changing dynamically. Every security module of EverSafe is made up of different types of sources in each, but they have the same functions to detect all the harmful vectors of mobiles and applications. For the credibility of this technology, we already proved very successfully. We are the only one who defended 100% without any single failures in financial security tests of financial security agencies. And we also won the hacking competition held by Korean major bank, competing with domestic and international security solution companies. So worldwide cybersecurity market size is $170 billion. We are starting from financial market, and then we will expand to other markets. For the business model, we have a cloud-based service. We charge a fee based on monthly actual app users. There are 15 professional team members in Everspin. And then now we have $3.2 million with Korean investors, but we are asking $10 million to set up international branch offices. So remember, Everspin is always one step ahead of hackers, and we believe we can make the world ever safe through our security solution, EverSafe. Thank you.
I'll ask the question about the management team, and you referred to them kind of briefly, and if you could give a little more expanded answer about who they are, what their experiences are, what they're drawing pictures for.
Yeah, actually we have like 10 people in our development team, and then 4 people in strategy and planning team. And then our CEO, he was working with Samsung, and then he also created barcode mobile payment service as a first in Korea. And then most of the team members in development team, they have 10 more experiences in IT industry. And then we also have R&D team, is like hackers. They are hacking team to prove and test our dynamic security solutions.
Do you sell this to the mobile operators like Verizon, or are you selling it to me?
So like we are working with companies who are providing their applications. So now we are focusing on financial markets. So we are working with banks and securities companies. And now we also have two major banks in Korea and then 6 securities companies. The reason why we can have these customers, we already proved by financial security test, and then we also have a great partnership with Costco. Costco is a Korean government institute, and they are managing 51 securities companies infrastructures, and they have #1 server center monitored by Korean government, and they're providing from their server to us, and then the securities companies who are managed by Costco, they are also our clients.
Thank you so much. Our last company, SE Works, was founded by one of the best hackers in Korea, and the team will present mobile app security solutions for developers.
Hello, my name is Song from SE Works, and I'm here to talk about our service, AppSolid. So AppSolid is SaaS-based mobile security for app developers. So in the early days of mobile security, people used to focus on protecting devices or data or creating antivirus. But now that we've moved on to the new phase, mobile security 2.0, we need to focus on app protection itself, as app is the first entry for hackers. So why is mobile app security important? Without proper app security, developers can experience various problems, including having their source code stolen or even payment fraud. So we found out that about 75% of apps will fail basic security tests. Also, 97% of apps do not have proper binary protection. However, lack of binary protection is indicated as one of the top 10 mobile risks by OWASP. Oops. Okay, so here are some real-time examples of app security breaches. And this actually indicates that this kind of problems can happen to any app in any industry. So why do developers still struggle despite all these problems? We found out that there are 3 main reasons: time, money, and expertise in security. And that's why we came up with AppSolid to address such problems. So in terms of time, AppSolid is very easy to use, no integration required, and binary protection can be applied within a couple minutes. In terms of money, we offer flexible billing payments for everyone, from small startups to large companies. And in terms of expertise, we are one of the top security teams in the world. So AppSolid is consisted of 3 parts: scan to diagnose security vulnerabilities, and protect to apply binary protections within minutes, and track to monitor the real-time security status. And with this complete coverage, we are proud to say that AppSolid offers the most advanced level of security to developers compared to any other competitors in the market. The total mobile security market size is constantly growing, and it is expected to hit about $5.8 billion by 2019. And among that, we estimate about $850 million will be the addressable market size for AppSolid. Our team is made up of leading experts in various industries, including security, gaming, and business. And together we have over 100 years of experience in security, including the #1 hacking team in the world, rated by CTF Times. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So does your product and technology sit on top of the app, or does it go with the app? Where does it sit?
So basically, when the developers finish the whole development process, they can simply apply on top of the whole app. So they don't really have to do any separate coding process or anything. They just simply apply it. It's basically like a shield.
And then what are the, top app markets?
We're looking at gaming and financial, and then many other industries, but those 2 are definitely the major, as they are more prone to various hacking attacks.
Any other comments? Okay, so with that, thank you so much, SE Works. We're done with all the sessions. Let's actually give another big round of applause to all of the startups that worked really hard for the past few months, as well as our renowned guests and our panelists. Hold tight, before closing, this is the actually fun part. That's the time actually everyone's been secretly waiting for, the raffle session. So we have 2 Fitbit smartwatches and 2 LG 360 cameras. We'll have our panelists pick out the lucky winners and announce them. We wish that each and every startup today will enjoy the success story of James Park from Fitbit. Please announce the lucky winners.
So which one is he winning? Fitbit?
Yeah, 2 Fitbits.
So George Chen.
Oh.
Joshua Yu.
Joshua Yu, that's my husband. Well done, Amici. I'll take it off.
He'll take Lim with next streaming.
Congratulations. Let's have our Mr. Chu pick out the last lucky winner. Mr. Chu, yeah.
Mr. Rowe.
Thank you everyone for coming this evening. A standing buffet will be serviced outside of this conference room until 8 p.m. Please enjoy your dinner and have a great, wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you.